What if I told you your soul deliberately chose your family? Not by accident, but by design, with precision. We often ask ourselves why we ended up in a particular family, why we were born into certain circumstances. It feels like we had no choice, like we were simply thrust into the world without warning. But what if that wasn't the case? What if you were born into your family for a reason, and not just because of random chance? This may sound unconventional, even strange. After all, how could we have chosen something as complicated and painful as the family we were born into? And yet, this belief, this idea that our souls choose our families, is something many people have pondered throughout history. The family you were born into is not a random accident. It is no mere coincidence. The truth is, many of us are born into families that seem like nothing short of chaos and dysfunction because we were meant to break those cycles, to face those challenges, and to heal what has been broken for generations. Think about it. What if the very pain you've felt, the hurt you've experienced, wasn't something you were meant to just endure, but something you were chosen to rise above? What if your journey isn't just about you? It's about your lineage, your ancestors, and the generations that will come after you. The truth is, many of us are born into toxic families for a higher purpose. And this purpose may not always be clear at first, but as you begin to heal, as you rise above the trauma, you will see that you were chosen to break the chains of dysfunction that have plagued your family for years, if not centuries. When we learn to see our families not as burdens or obstacles, but as the perfect environment for our spiritual and emotional growth, everything changes. We begin to understand that this path, though hard, was chosen for us because we are strong enough to endure it. 2. Healing from the inside out. Healing isn't about escaping the past. It's about learning to face it with courage and understanding. When we think about healing, we often imagine it as some distant goal, something that happens far down the line when the pain has faded and the scars are no longer visible. But the truth is, healing begins from within, right here, right now. It begins with the acceptance of where you are, who you are, and the family you come from. There's a misconception that healing means leaving behind everything that hurt us, our families, our pasts, our struggles. But what if true healing is about integrating these experiences into our lives in a way that empowers us rather than diminishes us? When we allow ourselves to process the pain and acknowledge the suffering we've experienced, we open the door to transformation. It's not about pretending the wounds don't exist or hiding them in a deep, dark corner of our hearts. It's about bringing those wounds into the light so they can be healed. The act of facing what's been buried allows us to confront the very things we've been avoiding. In this process, we come to realize that healing isn't a linear journey. There are moments when it feels like we've made progress, only to be confronted with another trigger or challenge that brings us back to square one. But this isn't failure, it's part of the cycle. True healing isn't perfection, it's the ability to rise again after each setback, to continue moving forward, even when the road is uncertain. In this journey of healing, it's essential to recognize that it's not about fixing what was broken in others or in our family. It's about turning inward, about fixing ourselves so that we can break free of the toxic patterns and cycles that have been passed down through the generations. This healing is about breaking those chains, not by erasing the past, but by learning from it, understanding it, and letting it fuel us to move forward. 3. Breaking the cycles. Cycles of dysfunction and trauma run deep, but they can be broken if we're brave enough to face them. Imagine the cycles of pain and hurt as a powerful river that has been flowing through your family for generations. It's a current that's so strong, it feels like it will never end. It moves forward, carrying all the weight of the past with it, influencing the lives of everyone in its path. But here's the thing. You don't have to continue down that same river. You can stop the current. You can change the flow. Breaking cycles doesn't mean erasing the past or pretending the pain didn't happen. It means choosing not to let the same patterns of behavior, the same toxic dynamics, continue to shape your life. It means choosing to heal, even when that means facing uncomfortable truths about your family and your upbringing. These cycles are often unconscious. We repeat them because they are all we know. They become our normal, and we don't even realize that we're carrying them forward. But once you become aware, once you see the patterns, you realize that you have the power to break free. It's not easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. The road to breaking cycles is often filled with emotional pain and intense introspection. But the power lies in your ability to recognize the cycle and make a conscious choice to stop it. It's about taking that first step, even when you don't know what the future will hold. When you break a cycle, you're not just doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your ancestors, for your children, for the generations to come. You're making a choice that will ripple through time, changing the course of history for those who will come after you. 4. Facing your family with compassion. It's easy to hate the ones who hurt us, but true healing begins when we choose compassion over resentment. One of the most difficult aspects of healing from a toxic family dynamic is learning how to face the very people who caused us the most pain. It's easy to hold on to anger, to want to distance ourselves from those who hurt us. But healing, real healing, requires us to go beyond the pain. It requires us to find compassion, even for those who may not deserve it. This doesn't mean excusing their behavior. It doesn't mean allowing them to hurt us again. Compassion is not about accepting abuse. Compassion is about understanding that the people who hurt us were likely hurting themselves, often in ways that we may never fully understand. When we can look at our family through the lens of compassion, we begin to see them not as monsters, but as human beings who are also struggling with their own pain, their own history. This doesn't make what they did right, but it opens up a space for us to heal and to release the heavy weight of resentment we carry. Choosing compassion doesn't mean staying in toxic relationships. Sometimes healing means setting boundaries, even with family. But true healing begins when we let go of the need for revenge, for retribution, and choose to release the anger that has been holding us hostage. Compassion allows us to free ourselves, to stop allowing the actions of others to control our emotions and our future. When you forgive, you are not saying that what happened was acceptable. You are saying that you no longer wish to carry the burden of anger. You are choosing to be free, reclaiming your power. The greatest power you have is the power to choose your response to life's challenges. Reclaiming your power begins with the realization that you are not defined by the pain of your past. You are not a victim to the circumstances you were born into, nor are you beholden to the patterns that have been passed down. Your power lies in the choices you make moving forward, in how you choose to respond to the challenges life throws at you. So often, we feel powerless because we focus on the things outside our control, the actions of others, the circumstances that shaped us, the things we can't change. But the moment you recognize that your power exists in how you choose to navigate the present moment, everything shifts. You become the driver of your own story, not a passenger in a vehicle that's out of your control. This shift isn't instantaneous. It takes time to fully embrace your power, especially when you've spent a lifetime feeling powerless or unseen. But the first step is acknowledging that you do have a choice, that you can choose to break free from the limiting beliefs, from the cycles, and from the patterns that have held you back. Your power isn't in the past. It's in the present and future you create. There will be times when you will doubt yourself. There will be moments when you question your ability to move forward. But remember, reclaiming your power doesn't mean you will never feel fear or uncertainty. It means choosing to move forward despite those feelings. It means trusting in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, knowing that you've already overcome so much to get to this point. 6. Setting boundaries for self-preservation. True healing and growth happen when we learn to protect our peace, even from the people we love. A crucial part of breaking free from toxic family dynamics is learning the art of setting boundaries. This is often one of the hardest things to do, especially when the people you need to set boundaries with are family. But boundaries are not walls. They are the spaces we create to protect our own mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Setting boundaries means learning to say no when something isn't serving you. It means prioritizing your needs, even when others might not understand or approve. Boundaries are not about punishing others. They're about taking responsibility for your own healing. They are an act of self-love, an acknowledgement that you deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and understanding. Family can often feel entitled to our time, our energy, and our emotional labor. But the truth is, we cannot pour from an empty cup. We cannot be our best selves for others if we aren't first caring for ourselves. Setting boundaries means saying, I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of space. I am worthy of peace. At first, setting boundaries may feel uncomfortable. It may feel like you're betraying your family or being selfish. But the reality is, you are doing the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for your family. Boundaries allow you to show up more fully in your relationships because you are no longer giving from a place of depletion. Boundaries are not just about protecting your energy, they also give you the freedom to be your true self. When we allow ourselves to exist within clear boundaries, we give ourselves permission to grow, to evolve, and to take up space in a world that often asks us to shrink. Finding your voice. Your voice is a reflection of your truth. It's time to stop silencing yourself. Finding your voice is about rediscovering your authentic self and allowing it to be heard. For so long, you may have been taught to keep quiet, to suppress your feelings, or to minimize your worth. But true healing can only begin when you reclaim the right to speak your truth, to express who you really are without fear of judgment or rejection. For many people, particularly those who grew up in toxic or dysfunctional families, speaking up can feel dangerous. It can feel like inviting conflict or making others uncomfortable. But your voice is not meant to be silenced. It is a sacred part of who you are, and it carries with it the power to heal not just yourself, but also those around you. When we hold back our voices, we carry the weight of unexpressed emotions, resentment, frustration, sadness, and anger. These emotions don't just disappear, they build up, affecting our mental and physical health. Finding your voice means letting go of the fear of being misunderstood and instead embracing the power of honest communication. Speaking your truth can be difficult, especially when it challenges the narratives that have been handed to you. But once you find your voice, you will realize that it becomes a tool for both personal liberation and connection. It's a tool that allows you to articulate your needs, set clear boundaries, and stand firm in your decisions. The process of finding your voice may involve unlearning a lot of toxic programming. It means learning to trust yourself, to value your perspective, and to express yourself with confidence. This is a journey of reclaiming your power, of recognizing that your voice matters, and that you have the right to use it, no matter the circumstances. Building a new family narrative, your story is yours to rewrite. You have the power to shape your family's future, starting with you. Every family has its own narrative, its own stories of triumph, pain, love, and loss. But what if you could reshape that narrative? What if you could create a new story, one that doesn't carry the weight of the past, but instead reflects the strength, resilience, and growth that you embody today? You are not bound by the stories of your ancestors. You are not doomed to repeat the mistakes of those who came before you. You can break free from the patterns and rewrite your own family's legacy. It begins with understanding that you are the author of your own story, and that story is not yet finished. Rewriting your family narrative doesn't mean erasing the past. It means creating new chapters filled with healing, love, and hope. It means creating a foundation of trust, communication, and respect for future generations. You are not just healing for yourself. You are laying the groundwork for those who will follow in your footsteps. This new narrative may not be easy to craft, but it is worth it. It will take courage to confront the old stories that have defined your family's identity. But as you rewrite the chapters of your own life, you create a blueprint for others to follow, breaking cycles, fostering connection, and passing on a legacy of resilience. 9. Cultivating self-love and compassion. Healing begins the moment you choose to love yourself. It's time to put your needs first. Healing is a journey that requires patience, self-awareness, and most importantly, self-love. For many, self-love doesn't come easily. It's difficult to love yourself when you've spent so much time feeling unloved or unworthy. But the truth is, self-love is the foundation of all healing. It's only when we learn to love ourselves that we can fully begin to heal the wounds of the past. Self-love isn't just about pampering yourself or giving yourself compliments. It's about accepting yourself fully, flaws and all. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and respect that you would offer to a loved one. It's about showing up for yourself in a way that says, I am worthy of love, of peace, and of healing. One of the greatest barriers to self-love is the inner critic, the voice inside your head that tells you that you're not good enough or that you don't deserve happiness. This voice often comes from the messages we received growing up, the judgments placed upon us by others, or the unrealistic expectations we set for ourselves. But self-love means quieting that inner critic and replacing those negative thoughts with affirmations of your worth. Start by practicing kindness towards yourself. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Acknowledge your progress, even on days when you feel like you're not moving forward. Healing isn't a straight line. It's a series of steps, some bigger than others. The more you practice self-love, the easier it becomes to forgive yourself for past mistakes, to show yourself compassion during moments of struggle, and to believe that you are worthy of all the good things life has to offer. 10. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. Let go of the past to make space for the future. Forgiveness is often one of the most challenging aspects of healing, especially when it comes to family. It can feel impossible to forgive those who have hurt you, especially when the pain runs deep. But forgiveness isn't about excusing someone else's behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the hold that pain has on your life. Forgiveness is a choice, a conscious decision to let go of the resentment, the anger, and the hurt that have been weighing you down. When you forgive, you release the power that the past has over you, allowing you to move forward with peace in your heart. Holding on to grudges only keeps you trapped in the past, but forgiveness allows you to break free and step into a future where you are no longer chained by anger or bitterness. It's important to note that forgiveness doesn't mean you have to reconcile with those who have wronged you. It doesn't mean you have to invite them back into your life. Forgiveness is about letting go of the emotional burden you've been carrying. It's about finding peace, regardless of whether or not the other person has changed. Forgiving others and yourself is one of the most liberating gifts you can give yourself. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. When you forgive, you open the door to healing and growth. You create space for love, joy, and peace to enter your life. And ultimately, you reclaim the power to move forward on your own terms. Talk 11. Creating a support system. You don't have to walk this path alone. Surround yourself with those who lift you up. Healing is not a solitary journey, even though it may feel that way at times. The road to breaking cycles and reclaiming your power can be long, but it doesn't have to be walked alone. Creating a support system of people who understand, support, and uplift you is crucial to your healing process. Support doesn't always come from the people you expect it to. Sometimes it's from friends, mentors, or even strangers who have walked a similar path. The key is to surround yourself with individuals who respect your boundaries, encourage your growth, and offer compassion when you need it most. These are the people who remind you of your worth when you forget, who cheer for your victories, and who offer a safe space for you to be vulnerable. But creating a support system also means learning to lean on others. Many people who've been through trauma or dysfunction have learned to be independent to a fault. They've learned to carry their burdens alone because they've never had the luxury of relying on others. But healing means learning to ask for help when you need it. It means allowing others to be there for you, just as you are there for them. Seek out spaces where you can find understanding and acceptance, whether that's through support groups, therapy, or friendships with people who share your values. Healing doesn't happen in isolation. The right support system can provide the encouragement, love, and perspective you need to continue on your journey. 12. Honoring your journey. Your healing journey is unique, and every step forward deserves to be celebrated. As you break free from the cycles of trauma, as you reclaim your power, and as you begin to create a new narrative for yourself, it's important to honor your journey. Healing is not about perfection, it's about progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Every moment of self-awareness, every decision to choose peace over pain, every boundary set, and every voice raised is a testament to your strength. It's easy to become frustrated when the healing process feels slow or when setbacks occur. But the truth is, healing is not linear. It's messy, it's complicated, and it's unique to each person. What matters most is that you keep going. Even when you feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, you are still moving forward. Honor your healing process by being gentle with yourself. Celebrate the moments of growth, the breakthroughs, and the lessons learned. And most importantly, remember that your journey is not defined by the struggles you faced, but by the strength, courage, and resilience you show in overcoming them. Your journey is yours. Own it, honor it, and never forget that you are worthy of all the healing, love, and joy that life has to offer. Moving forward with confidence. The past does not dictate your future. You have the power to shape your destiny. As you continue on your journey of healing and growth, one of the most powerful things you can do is move forward with confidence. The past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. Your future is wide open, and you have the ability to create the life you've always dreamed of. You've faced adversity, and you've learned the lessons that come with it. You've broken cycles, reclaimed your power, and rebuilt your sense of self. Now, it's time to walk confidently into the future, knowing that you are equipped with everything you need to succeed. Your confidence doesn't come from external validation. It comes from within. It comes from knowing that you are worthy, capable, and resilient. It comes from trusting yourself and your ability to navigate whatever challenges may arise. As you move forward, remember that you are not the same person you once were. You've grown. You've healed. You've become the person you were always meant to be. Now, go forward with the full knowledge that the future is yours to shape. You are the creator of your own destiny. Let the confidence that comes from healing propel you toward a life of joy, fulfillment, and peace. 14. Building healthy relationships. True connection starts with you. Build relationships that reflect your healing. As you continue your journey of healing, it's important to remember that the relationships you build in your life are a reflection of your own growth. Healing is not only about transforming yourself, it's about creating the environment that supports your transformation. Healthy relationships are key to maintaining your peace and continued healing. One of the biggest challenges in building healthy relationships, especially after experiencing trauma or dysfunction, is learning how to set and maintain boundaries. Boundaries are not just a way to protect yourself. They're a way to honor your own needs, values, and feelings. By setting boundaries, you send the message that you respect yourself and you teach others how to treat you. When you begin to heal, you'll naturally start to attract people who align with your newfound sense of self-worth. These relationships will be based on mutual respect, trust, and support. They will allow you to be your authentic self without fear of judgment or criticism. And as you build these healthier relationships, you'll notice that they help reinforce the healing work you're doing within yourself. But remember, healing doesn't mean cutting off everyone who's hurt you in the past. It means recognizing who and what is no longer serving you and making space for people who bring out the best in you. Surround yourself with those who encourage your growth, who uplift you in your moments of doubt, and who support you on your path. 15. Breaking generational cycles. You are the one who breaks the cycle. What you heal in yourself can change generations. Breaking generational cycles is one of the most profound ways to heal. So often, we carry the emotional weight of our ancestors, patterns of behavior, beliefs, and trauma that have been passed down through generations. These cycles can be difficult to break, but doing so is one of the most powerful acts of self-love and liberation. By healing your own wounds and breaking free from these inherited patterns, you not only change your life, but you change the lives of those who come after you. You are the first step in a new legacy, one that is free from the weight of old pain. By confronting the cycles of dysfunction, addiction, trauma, or abuse, you break the chain that holds you and future generations in its grip. This is not an easy task. It requires immense courage, resilience, and a willingness to face the past with honesty. But the beauty of breaking generational cycles is that it opens the door to healing for the next generation. Your children, your nieces and nephews, your siblings, and even your community will benefit from the work you do to break free from old patterns. In doing so, you pave the way for a healthier, more peaceful future. You demonstrate that it is possible to heal, to grow, and to create a new, empowered path. This is the power of breaking generational cycles, not just for yourself, but for those who come after you. 16. Embracing your true power. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by your resilience, your strength, and your ability to rise again. At the heart of healing is the realization that you are incredibly powerful. So often, we are taught that our worth is tied to our circumstances, our past, or our mistakes. But true power lies in the ability to rise above it all and redefine who we are on our own terms. Your past does not define you. The struggles you've faced, the pain you've endured, and the challenges you've overcome are a part of your story, but they do not determine your future. You have the power to rewrite your narrative, to step into your full potential, and to reclaim the life you deserve. Embracing your true power means recognizing your worth, but even when the world may have told you otherwise. It means standing tall in your truth and not allowing the opinions of others to dictate how you see yourself. It means walking with confidence and belief, knowing that you have everything you need to succeed within you. When you embrace your power, you tap into the limitless possibilities of who you can become. You no longer limit yourself by fear, by past mistakes, or by the expectations of others. Instead, you create a future that is defined by your strength, your courage, and your unwavering belief in your ability to rise above anything life throws your way. Nurturing your soul. Healing is not only about the mind and body, it's about nurturing the soul. Healing is a holistic process that touches every part of you, your mind, your body, and your soul. And while emotional and physical healing are vital, nurturing your soul is just as important. Your soul is the essence of who you are, and it holds the key to your inner peace, joy, and fulfillment. Nurturing your soul means taking time to connect with the things that light you up, whether it's spending time in nature, engaging in creative activities, meditating, or simply being present with yourself. It's about engaging in practices that bring you peace and help you feel grounded in your own essence. When you nurture your soul, you create a sense of balance and alignment within yourself. You remind yourself that you are worthy of peace, of love, and of joy. And in doing so, you cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for the journey you've walked and the person you've become. Your soul is your compass. It guides you toward your true path. By nurturing it, you honor yourself and the journey of healing you are on. 18. Living with purpose. Your healing journey has brought you here, but now it's time to step into your purpose. Healing is not just about recovery. It's about transformation. It's about discovering who you are beneath the layers of pain and conditioning. And as you heal, you begin to uncover your true purpose, what you are meant to contribute to the world, how you can use your story to help others, and the unique gifts you bring to the table. Living with purpose is about stepping into the fullness of who you are. It's about waking up every day with intention, knowing that you are on the path that aligns with your true self. Your purpose isn't something you find overnight. It's something you uncover as you heal and grow. It's the passion that stirs in your heart, the cause that resonates deeply within you, and the impact you wish to have on the world. Living with purpose gives your life meaning. It helps you navigate through challenges with resilience because you know that every step you take is in alignment with your higher calling. Your purpose is what propels you forward, even on the toughest days, reminding you that your life is about so much more than just surviving. It's about thriving. 19. The power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for your peace, your freedom. One of the most transformative aspects of healing is learning the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It is not about excusing or forgetting what someone has done to you. It is not about letting the other person off the hook. Instead, forgiveness is about releasing the hold that the past has over you so that you can free yourself from the weight of anger, resentment, or hurt. When you hold on to pain, it keeps you bound to the person or situation that caused it. It limits your growth and keeps you trapped in the cycle of suffering. But when you choose to forgive, you take back your power. You let go of the emotional burden that has kept you chained to the past and open yourself up to peace and healing. Forgiveness doesn't happen overnight. It is a process, sometimes a long and difficult one, but it is a gift you give yourself. By forgiving others, and just as importantly, forgiving yourself, you create space for healing and renewal. You allow yourself to move forward without the weight of past wounds dragging you down. Forgiveness is one of the most profound acts of self-love you can practice. It opens the door to healing and makes room for new beginnings, peace, and growth. 20. Embracing the unknown. The future is not defined by what you've been through. It's shaped by what you choose to become. One of the hardest parts of healing is the uncertainty that comes with stepping into the unknown. When you've been through pain, it's natural to want to hold on to what you know. The comfort of the familiar can feel safer, even when it's unhealthy. But healing requires you to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. It requires trust in yourself and in the process, even when the path ahead is unclear. The unknown can be a place of fear and doubt, but it can also be a place of endless possibility. It is the space where you can create a new version of yourself, one that is free from the limitations of the past and open to the endless opportunities that await you. When you embrace the unknown, you embrace your own potential to transform and thrive. As you continue healing, you will find that stepping into the unknown becomes less frightening. With each step you take, you gain confidence and clarity. And eventually, you will discover that the unknown is not something to fear. It is the space where your dreams, your growth, and your future are waiting to unfold. 21. Living in the present. Healing happens in the now. The present moment is where your power lies. The past has shaped you, and the future holds limitless potential. But the only moment where healing can truly take place is now, this very moment. So often, we dwell on past hurts or anxiously worry about the future. But true healing happens when you ground yourself in the present. It's in the present that you can take the actions necessary to heal, to grow, and to embrace who you are right now. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or ignoring the future. It means acknowledging them, but not allowing them to control you. It means making the conscious decision to focus on what you can do in this moment, whether that's taking a step toward healing, practicing gratitude, or simply allowing yourself to breathe deeply and relax. By being present, you cultivate a sense of peace and acceptance. You free yourself from the weight of what ifs and could haves and create space to just be. The present moment is a gift, one that you can use to focus on your healing and growth without the burden of past pain or future uncertainty. Trusting the process. Healing is not linear. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Healing is often described as a journey, but it's important to understand that it's not always a straight line. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns, moments of great progress, and moments of deep struggle. But even in the setbacks, there is growth. Every step, whether forward or backward, is part of the process. Trusting the process means allowing yourself to experience the ebb and flow of healing without judgment. It means accepting that there will be days when you feel on top of the world and other days when the weight of the past feels overwhelming. But with each day, with each step, you are moving forward, even if it doesn't always feel like it. The key is to trust that you are exactly where you need to be. You are not behind, and you are not ahead of where you should be. You are exactly where your journey is meant to unfold. Trusting the process means being kind to yourself, understanding that healing takes time, and embracing the natural rhythm of your growth. 23. Your healing is your legacy. What you heal in yourself echoes through the generations. As you heal, you not only change your own life, you change the lives of those who come after you. Your healing journey is your legacy. The work you do to release old wounds, break unhealthy patterns, and rise above your struggles creates a ripple effect that touches those around you. It teaches others that healing is possible, that transformation is real, and that strength is found in vulnerability. Your legacy is not about wealth, fame, or status. It is about the impact you have on others by living authentically, by walking the path of healing, and by showing up for yourself and others with love, compassion, and courage. The work you do to heal will not only benefit you, it will benefit your children, your family, your community, and the world. Your healing is a gift, and the legacy you leave behind will be one of resilience, strength, and hope. Moving forward with love. Healing is a continuous process. Move forward with love and compassion for yourself. Healing is not a destination, it's a continuous journey. It's something you will keep coming back to over and over as you grow, evolve, and face new challenges. But each time you return to the path of healing, you do so with greater wisdom, strength, and love for yourself. As you move forward, carry with you the love and compassion you have cultivated through your healing. Know that you are worthy of all the good things life has to offer. Trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way because you have already faced so much and emerged stronger. Move forward with love for yourself, for others, and for the journey you've undertaken. Love is the foundation of healing, and it is through love that you continue to grow and thrive. Conclusion: you are not defined by your past, but by your resilience in the face of it. Healing is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery, transformation, and growth. Each step you take brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. The struggles you've faced, the wounds you've healed, and the lessons you've learned are not marks of weakness. They are proof of your strength, your courage, and your ability to rise again. As you continue on your journey, remember that every moment is an opportunity to choose healing, to choose growth, and to choose the life you deserve. The road ahead may not always be smooth, but it is yours to walk, and with each step, you are creating a future filled with possibility and peace. You have the power to break cycles, overcome struggles, and rewrite your story. The power to heal is within you, and it's up to you to embrace it. Keep moving forward, and never forget, you are worthy of love, of peace, and of everything you desire in this life.